Okay. Last night was fucking... Oh my god. I'm getting chills still. Excuse me if I laugh or smile. I tend to do that when it's something serious. And such as this case. Oh my god. Okay. So I had some absinthe. 62%. It's alcohol if you don't know. Don't. Blah, blah, blah. So I had that last night and night before that. It was like half a liter, 50 cent. Oh my god. It was like half a liter. Like, actually, well, I'm not gonna grab the bottle. Never mind. So I almost finished it last night. And then the first night was fine. Nothing. But the second, this is what I'm also thinking. If I would have, although, I don't know, it was like, I was smoking and drinking the night before, and then the next night as well. But then, first night was fine. And then the other night, it just, I don't know what happened. My brain just couldn't handle it anymore, I guess. And it's funny how I always say, like, oh, my mom, my biological, she's an alcoholic. I should be able to handle it. And that's the weirdest part as well. Like, can I talk? Talking too much. Like, I can handle alcohol fucking good. I don't get hangovers very, like, just rare. Like, one time I was drinking some liquor, 30%, I think, one bottle, and little, like, I had 2 of them, little more than 1 went down that night, and then I got flu after that. This time, bitch, I don't know. I don't know what happened in my brain. Oh my god. But, so, what happened was, but I can remember, there was so much shit going on. Like, well, I can remember. First I thought my mom is here. Like, in my apartment. Bitch, in here. Like, that she would have been sitting there. It was sort of like I was awake and I could move. Every time I moved a little, somewhat, and then it was like, so weird. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I was zoning out and in. Like, I would move and it would all stop. But then I lay back in my bed, couple seconds, and I'm back there, and I'm not even asleep. That's the weirdest part. It wasn't like sleep paralysis, as they say and call. Not that, because like prove me wrong, but I don't think it was that, because like I get to move very well. I wasn't stuck. I was fully awake, conscious. And then, yeah, so I would rest, close my eyes, and then I would hear my mom talking to me. Did I say already? If I didn't, I'm talking about my custody mom, my actual mom, not my biological. Anyway, she was talking to me. I thought she's here on the sofa. She was worried about like my substance use, like alcohol, tobacco. And the weirdest part is, this happened only after I smoked. Like, I stopped drinking at like 10 p.m, went to bed, couldn't sleep. And then I thought, because usually nicotine helps me sleep, right? So I came here, smoked a little, right? Went back to bed, wait some little while, and then she was there. Not literally there. I mean, there was no visual hallucinations, but like, oh my god, I had auditory audio. You know, when you hear voices, and then tactile. She wasn't actually. I don't. If I remember correctly, she wasn't touching me, but my sisters were. She was talking to me, like. It's so like I wish I remembered all of it, but I was so scared and like confused and fucking all of that. I thought at one point I thought I should write this down, right? I'm gonna remember it later. It's gonna be fine. It's not really. I mean, I can't really remember all of it fully, but main things. She was talking to me here, and I was so delusional. Like, at one point, I think at first I was in my apartment, right? In my flat. Then I was at home with her, like, you know, not here, at her home where she lives. And she was confused and like worried. She's the type of person and mom who worries a lot. Like, back in the days, when I got my driver license, fucking Christ, I'm not translating any of this shit. This is going one take. Anyway, she's the type of mom that worries a lot, so, and I've been thinking that a lot lately, so that might be one factor why this even happened, and why the things that did happen happened. So she was worried. She was talking a lot to me, and I was so delusional. Like, I actually thought she was there. And every time I would move around and I was brave enough get out of my bed, all just stopped. And I was like, oh, yes. It wasn't true. Not real. All's good. Everything's fine. So yeah. So I went to toilet at one point. All stopped. Then I came back. Then my sisters came. They were touching me. Like, most of it has happened that at least what I can remember, happened in my upper body, on my upper body. Like, they were touching me with their hands and kissing, joking around, come out of the bed, come play with us, be with us. Not really negative stuff. And I think my dad was there as well at one point. Not completely sure. Not completely sure, but yeah. But like, I have had experiences like this before, which it's been like sort of, is this real? Am I awake? Am I in a dream? But this time it was like, it's happening. You're not not asleep. It's actually happening right now. You're hallucinating. And what the fuck? And the weirdest part was, like, the night before I was drinking and smoking, and this didn't happen. But the next night, the same thing, and then and then there was like things like I thought someone's out to get me, and my mind was like going so fucking fast. I was seeing so much negative fucking shit, like people without skin with bloody faces, and the weirdest part, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I can't, it didn't feel like dreaming at all, because I could move around, and I would open my eyes, I would move my legs, my whole body as I wanted. I don't know. I still think maybe I was like sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I was experiencing sleep paralysis. But usually sleep paralysis are like there is like a little longer period of time when you can't literally move, and I could instantly move, and I still heard the voices, that I could feel the touches, I could feel them hands, I could feel their lips, I could feel their all that, plus the voices telling me all the fucking crazy shit. Now luckily this was substance induced. I think that's the correct word to use there. Let's let's not wait when this happens sober, bitch. But if it does, I don't know. I'm just so much like my dad. I'm so much like my dad. That's really all I can actually remember. Excuse me. But and then today afterwards I was so paranoid. I thought I was seeing faces everywhere, and not like actually seeing faces and stuff, but I could imagine, well, something as simple maybe like this monster drink. This could be a face. I mean, and the longer I would stare at it, it would start to look like more of a face. And like usually sober, when I have not used tobacco, nicotine or alcohol, I can actually make stuff look like, you know, sort of a movie, like an animation type of stuff. But this time it was like everything was just more potent. I mean, I don't have hallucinations usually, but what can happen is when I stare at something, it starts to like change into sort of like an animation movie, and then I blink and move my head and it's all gone. Okay, couple things. Yes, I can make stuff look like an animation sober normally without that I have been using any nicotine or alcohol, but that plus, oh my god, you know, I mean, you may or may not know, but when you have ADHD, you tend to sometimes just look at something, get interested, and then you just kind of zoom out. You're fucking gone. This was like less than 5 seconds. I was gone. I was fucking gone, bitch. It was actually scary. Like today when I came back home in the bus, like, and it, like, even just before that, I was like kind of sort of scared that people would look me weirdly. What's that? What is he doing? What's up with that guy? Like, oh my god. It's scary when like your dopamine gets low as shit. I mean, I think it's when it gets low and then this happens. I don't know. The human brain is fucking weird. That, and then, I mean, that I have usually that as well, but it was this time like fucking scary fast, and I had to like to be doing all the time. Like I would have to focus to play something on my phone, have a fidget cube or something to do, or move my head, or I would be gone, bitch. Like it's almost instantly. It was like, what the fuck? Anyway, other thing, I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. Normally, I mean, every day, every second, pretty much, all the time, things just tend to move in circles in my peripherals, like a phone, my computer mouse, everything just moves in circles, even people, everything. And it doesn't actually move when I look straight at it, but things just tend to move. You feel me? Things just move. My brain is, I don't know. Yeah, that's all. Just wanted to add. Go on. But this time was like 5-10 seconds, and like I'm there, sort of like tripping. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait what my therapist says about this. But I don't know. It's a good thing that I'm getting medication for this fucking, I guess it's ADHD, like I've been telling thus far. That or ADD, I don't know. Today was fucking mental, and the night before it was even worse. I felt like schizophrenic, honestly, at that point, at that time. Luckily, the voices went away and nothing happened when I got up and started today. All was happening when I was like resting, keeping my eyes closed and being there, like, you know when you are in bed. Then I would move a little like that, and then it was gone. Then I was zooming back in, zooming out, zooming out, zooming in. I don't know, going back and in and out with this, whatever the fuck it was. The tactiles. Oh my god, that was the worst. Like, I literally went in my bed like, well, I mean, I didn't say anything, obviously, but like, it was the creepiest shit, mate. Let's see, why would I have seen something that, oh my god. I mean, it was dark as shit, obviously. I don't know. Could have that actually happened? Maybe could have. But yeah. And it was so weird, because like every time I would move a little more, it was all gone. Then I just rest back there. Then I would go back in, rest, trying to rest at least. And it was like back there. People touching me, telling me stuff. Someone's out to get me, fucking killing me. Mental stuff, I don't know. That's about it. I think. I don't know. Before this happened, I was like all, chill. I got out of the mind space that I'm going to develop schizophrenia at some point in my life. But now, I don't know. It could happen, honestly. Shit happens. Fuck's sake. And especially because it's in my family. And I was like thinking, oh, my dad doesn't have it. Maybe my sister was wrong. But if shit like this keeps happening to me, it just makes so much sense. We are so similar with my dad. I'm so much like him. Fucking hell.